Breaking news today as Trump just passed a law saying gold and silver are now legal forms of money. And he says he supports this nationwide. So first and foremost, is this real and what does this mean for you as somebody who lives in America and who is an investor? So in this video, I want to break down what's actually happening, whether it's enforceable, and why this could signal a major shift in how we think about money and investing. And in this video, we're going to go over what happened, what states are doing it, what does legal tender really mean, like what can you actually buy with it? Why not just use Bitcoin? Like, why did they go to gold and silver instead of Bitcoin? I figured out why this matters for real estate investors. So if you're an investor, whether in real estate, the stock market, there's a couple of different things about why this matters, my take, and then a closing statement for myself. And real quick, before we get into the video, 90% of you guys who are watching aren't subscribed. So if you're into real estate, economics, financial freedom, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and I break down these stories as they happen all the time. So first, let's get into what the hell happened. So Trump just signed SB 766 into law effective on July 1st. It officially recognizes gold and silver as a legal tender. Businesses and individuals can now voluntarily accept physical gold and silver or bullion for transactions, including real estate. What year does this sound like it's written in? Like, you can accept gold and silver now to buy real estate. It's insane. So Donald Trump recently said he supports this kind of monetary freedom nationwide. And Florida, this is what this whole thing about the July 1st SB 766 was around Florida, but Florida isn't alone. There's 13 states, I didn't know this, 13 states have already passed similar laws. Utah started the movement back in 2011. Texas operates its own state-run global depository. Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Wyoming, South Carolina, Alabama all passed laws either removing taxes on gold and silver or declaring them legal tender. And there's more states that are considering it in 2025 due to inflation fears and distrust of the Fed. Obviously, there's been a lot of news in the Fed recently because there was a big report that came out in the last couple of weeks. So there's been a lot of talk around the Fed and the US dollar and how it's being affected globally. Now, what does legal tender really mean? It doesn't mean gold replaces the US dollar, but it means that Florida can no longer tax gold and silver transactions used as a payment. So it allows for contracts, leases, and deals to be written in metal denominations if both parties agree. So this could literally mean you can pay for your lease at your apartment with gold and silver. You can, get braces. You can go to the dentist, you can get a new car, you can buy a house, buy an apartment building, all with gold and silver, and you will no longer pay taxes on those transactions. So pretty damn cool. And when I was going through this and looking at all the news and kind of summarizing it for you guys in this video, I was asking myself, why didn't they just use Bitcoin? Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just use Bitcoin or Ethereum, or why don't each state just make their own coin? It didn't really make sense to me. So the catch is that Bitcoin is not a legal tender in any U.S. state. It's treated as property by the IRS, meaning you trigger capital gains tax every time that you spend it. And this Florida bill is about precious metals only. So I guess just the way that the IRS and the government sees Bitcoin is different than the way it sees gold and silver. So it's kind of this loophole that allows the states to say, hey, precious metals that are physical, off-grid, and historically trusted, these things we're going to accept as legal tender, but all this other stuff is not. So I think it's just because the way the U.S. kind of economy began hundreds of years ago, and when we were on the gold standard, that it's kind of created a loophole for us to go back to the precious metals way of payment. So crypto is still seen as volatile, unregulated, especially by older asset holders and conservative lawmakers, which is completely true. So it's probably just a lot easier for them to just use the precious metals. And I think there's so many people who are probably now with the Fed and the US dollar buying precious metals instead of putting their money in the US dollar. So I can totally see why some of these states are now going to start accepting this as a form of payment. So real estate investors, or just investors in general, why does this matter for investors, right? So this is a great alternative payment option. So seller finance deals, land contracts, lease options can now be written in gold ounces instead of dollars in Florida. You get tax benefits, so they eliminated capital gains and sales tax on gold and silver used for payment. So for example, if you go and buy a boat right? And you have to pay, I don't know, make up a number, $20,000 in sales tax. You can now buy that boat with gold and silver and save the $20,000 in fees or in sales tax. So that's pretty cool. I think the biggest thing though is like number 3, which is it's a trend signal. It's about the loss of trust in fiat and the shift toward real physical value, property, land, buildings, gold, silver, precious metals. I think like that's kind of what I'm starting to notice here, is that there's more of just like a distrust in fiat and a more shift towards this. People want to see, touch, and feel their money instead of having it in fiat and a government and a Fed that they don't trust. And a lot of people don't trust the U.S. government right now. My take is you're probably not going to collect rent in gold coins next month, but this is a warning shot. So if inflation stays sticky, if the dollar weakens even further, if the Fed keeps doing stuff, the states like Florida are building backup currencies, and smart investors should be doing the same. So my recommendation is to own real assets and be ready if and when the dollar does lose its edge. We are losing, and we are behind a lot of major countries like China, for example, that are way, way further ahead of us. So just be prepared and take your money and put it into stuff. I don't know, create a diversified portfolio. Don't just have all your money in fiat or in cash in a bank account. Put some of your money into gold, put some money into silver, into rental properties, into the stock market. Have a diversified portfolio of different things, and don't just be fully hedged on the U.S. economy and U.S. government, especially if you don't trust it, which, I don't know, 60% of the people in America don't trust the U.S. government right now. So it's a great time to diversify your money, to go and get that passport in, the EU that you would never thought you would get. But go and get that third passport, second passport. Be prepared for things to happen as they do happen. There's a lot of mistrust. There's a lot of stuff that's happening with the Fed, the U.S. government. And I think this is like another kind of like sign that things are happening behind the scenes that we don't really have full clarity of. So my thing, take your cash, get it out of your bank account, put it into actual shit that you can go out there and touch and feel. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Well, you can't touch the Bitcoin, but gold, silver, Bitcoin, the stock market, real estate, be diversified across different countries, not just be in America. So with that being said, thanks for staying until the end of the video. Drop a comment. Would you rather be paid in gold, silver, or Bitcoin? And do you own any of these things, more importantly? Do you own any gold or silver or Bitcoin? Or are you just like a real estate guy or gal? Like this video and please hit subscribe. 90% of you are not subscribed, so it would really, really help me if you did. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thanks so much. See you on the next one.